A chicken farmer with a contract with Tyson travels from his farm in Georgia to Cold Bay, Alaska, for a week-long hunting trip. In a town about 1,000 miles away from Cold Bay, there is a high pathogenic avian influenza outbreak. The farmer is unaware of the outbreak and continues with his plans. The hunt is over and he returns home on Sunday. He then continues his work that Monday. He washed and disinfected his clothes and boots, but the virus is still alive, deep within the pores of his boots, because he did not wait long enough for the disinfectant to work. Within 3 days, 90% of his flock is dead and no symptoms were present. The virus has spread through the air and passed from bird to bird, causing a high mortality in this flock. The farmer introduced the virus to his own flock because he wore the same boots that he wore during his duck hunting trip to an infected area. This could have been prevented by simply waiting the appropriate amount of time for the disinfectant to kill the virus on his boots and waiting to return to work for at least 24 hours. It would have also been ideal for the farmer to have a separate pair of boots just for the farm. The biosecurity of the farm could have been better by requiring everyone to wear boot covers when entering each of the houses. A farm this size could also benefit from having a truck wash station that could help prevent the spread of diseases to other farms. The virus spread so fast in this case that it was almost impossible to detect before it was too late. After the high spike in mortality, the farmer had to contact his service person from Tyson to confirm the virus. Then the outbreak had to be reported to the APHIS. Once a positive high pathogenic avian influenza result comes back for this farm, it is important to act swiftly. The APHIS administrator will authorize their own personnel to initiate depopulation, cleaning, and disinfection procedures of the index case and investigate the contact premises. Most of the personnel are brought in from local areas to keep the communication clear, consistent, and timely. The imposition of infected quarantine and movement controls, along with the rapid mass depopulation of the infected poultry, are crucial to the containment of the virus. The goal is that within 24 hours, infected poultry are depopulated and even poultry on the contact premises. For this case, carbon dioxide and water-based foam concentrate will be used to humanely depopulate. The next step is the effective and appropriate disposal of the carcasses. Cleaning and disinfection activities should focus on eliminating the virus in the most cost-effective manner possible. Composting minimizes the negative environmental impact and is the most effective due to the readily available materials. Public awareness and communication campaigns will occur and address any issues or concerns relating to food safety, animal welfare, and public health. The mental health inspections for the farmer and responders will be taken into account. The cost of a high pathogenic avian influenza outbreak will be very expensive to the farmer, Tyson, and the government. The farmer failed to notice the signs of high pathogenic avian influenza in time to save any of the flock, and he lost 424,000 birds, and 90% of the birds died before they could be euthanized. After everything is calculated, it is found that the farmer and Tyson have lost around $1,123,600. That does not include the money spent on feed, vaccination, and other operating costs. The feed mills that would normally supply this farm would lose part of their income because once an outbreak is confirmed, the transportation of any poultry or related commodity will be put on hold. The farmer has lost almost all of his income for the year. The flock had a mortality rate of 90% before the USDA could come in and euthanize the birds, and because of this, the farmer will receive no indemnities for those birds. The USDA would normally pay a flat rate of $1.15 per bird, and with 90% of the birds dead, that would leave 42,400 birds that would be euthanized, so the farmer would receive around $48,760 for those birds. The USDA pays for the cost of eliminating the virus from the farm, and that can cost around $170,000 per farm. The process of eliminating the virus includes depopulating, disposal, cleaning, and disinfecting the farm. The cleaning and disinfecting takes around 4 to 8 weeks. The downtime of the farm would mean that anyone who works for the farmer would be laid off until the farm is operational again. That leaves people out of work and without pay. This outbreak would be costly for the economy because no one will want to purchase chicken products from the infected area. That means that the $18.4 billion that the poultry industry contributes to Georgia's economy would be affected. The farm would most likely have to reform the biosecurity measures, and that would also cost the farmer money that he would not have otherwise spent. This does not account for the other farms that might become infected in the area, but since Georgia has such a dense poultry population, it could easily be assumed that the cost would continue to rise. The farmer should be recommended to first monitor his own health and take antiviral drugs since flu viruses constantly change and may infect humans. The likelihood that this sort of outbreak could happen is moderate to highly possible. The United States has had similar outbreaks, like that of PEDV, that is thought to have been carried onto farms from someone's contaminated shoes. The government should be prepared for a similar outbreak, considering the cost and trouble that comes from this outbreak. This type of outbreak can be detrimental to the poultry industry, and considering how difficult it is to come back from it is essential that a plan be in place for it. The industry and the USDA have put in great measures to prevent outbreaks, but it only takes one instance like this scenario to cause damage. In the case of avian influenza, it is a matter of when, not if, it will hit.